Alright, guys, I'm back. Part two, not going to be nowhere near as long. I probably could have squeezed these in there because I think you can go over a little bit on that 10-minute time threshold that they give us. I don't know. I may test that theory on the next one if I'm as close this time. I've only got two questions left. In verse, or not verse, question number 10, what is verse 19 talking about when it says, in this way they will lay up treasures for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life? I believe that's talking about laying up treasures in heaven. I know because a lot of this is talking about being rich, and how hard it is to get to heaven, and that a lot of rich people, and even maybe not rich, the not rich people, try to lay up treasures here on earth, worldly things, material possessions, and things like that. I've talked about this to people who know me. I'm very That's something I struggle with. Is I'm a materialistic person. I'm always wanting new this or new that, and just can't do it. It gets you into trouble. It's gotten me into trouble financially and things like that. You live above, the saying, trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I'm guilty of that. It's something I'm working on, something I pray about. Thankfully, I have a wife that is not materialistic. She doesn't really care, and it's kind of strange. We're polar opposites in that. She don't care if she has a brand new car, as long as she's got one that'll run and get her to where she needs to be and what she needs to do. Same thing with the house and things like that. As long as it don't leak, we have air conditioning and heat and stuff like that, she's good. I'm blessed in that area. Number 11. Why is it when we give up things on earth, we will have more in heaven? I think it's because we humble ourselves and surrender to Jesus, to God. Not a whole lot more I personally can say. Maybe somebody has a little more than that. That was one that was, when we were talking, wasn't really a whole lot of input on this one, other than, the less we have here, if we do some works, we lay up more treasure in heaven, and we'll have more up there. But if we put all of our effort into gaining worldly things, that's not necessarily going to mean that we're not going to make it to heaven, but we may not have as much up there in heaven. What does that mean? What does that mean? Lay up treasures in heaven, and that I don't know. I don't think it's going to mean what some of us think it means. Or gold and rubies and things like that, because things aren't going to have that type of value, I don't believe, in heaven. So not real sure what it means, but it's going to be good. It's going to be better than here, that's for sure. And lastly, finish this off, and it says, God richly provides for us for our enjoyment, and God expects us to be generous in the same way. If God's blessed you, I think He really expects you to give back, not only to the church, but to those in need. I believe that's what we're talking about there. So take that, and do what you will with it. If God's blessed you financially, maybe He hasn't. Maybe He's blessed you with the gift of, you're a handyman, and somebody in your church, somebody in your community needs some repairs or something of that nature and can't afford it. Volunteer your time and fix it for them. It'll come back to you. My wife has done some things that's come back to us and has blessed us. Anybody interested in knowing what that is? Don't want to brag about anything like that, but just it's something. It's an example, I guess, that I could give anybody that doubts God, that there is a God. Little things that He's done for my wife and I, especially over the last year. That can only be explained as being from God. So that's it for this time. Like I said, I will put this first one. It's going to be both on my regular channel, the Heavy G channel, but I'm also going to put it over on Raven Faith. I'm sure you know how to find that, but I'll put the link over here wherever it is that it goes. And I hope that you come over there and subscribe and join in on these Bible studies. I don't want to put these over here on my Dallas Cowboy channel. Of course, it's off season, not going to be a whole lot of talking. But I wanted to create one specifically for this Bible study. Come over there, check it out, subscribe. I've subscribed to some of you already with that one, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I get some feedback and get some back and forth. These sorts of things help me grow, forces me to study, and just keep my mind on the Lord and keep my nose in the Bible. So thanks for listening. Take care, and God bless.